Hi everyone, welcome to Digital Blast Gaming. I'm Spencer H. And today I got a little update for you. Quick one, we're going to get into this. We're going to go over the silk price, Generation 1 tanks, Generation 2 tanks. There's an article out there about it. And we're going to talk a little bit about the bad actors and the DAU for SpiderTanks. Sorry, I have not been on. I've been a little under the weather, had the flu. And then we had Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. I'm feeling better now, and we're going to get into it. So let's check out the price real quick. It is sitting currently at $1.60, and we can kind of look at the chart. It's been going up and down. It varies. Looks like it was almost $1.68 here in the last day, and the low would be about $1.55. So you guys can always check that. There's a couple different places. Bitrue, if you want to get some silk. There's a link in the description below if you need it. You can also use Uniswap, I believe. I have done it that way as well. So the next thing we want to talk about is the new tanks. So there's a Medium article. I'll get a link in the description below for this if you guys want to go read it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I will save you that. But the next generation of tanks is coming, all right? So this is actually pretty important, I believe. What we need to look at here is what they're actually doing. So this goes along with the Thanksgiving sale that they're having in the store, which is right here. Right here it says there is 5 hours left on these, and they are changing it, almost 6 hours left. So some of them go on sale and they'll be X amount of percentage off. So all of these in the store right now are Generation 1 tanks. So we're going to talk about the difference here real quick. Generation 1 tanks, what they are the tanks that are out there right now. You'll still be able to get them on OpenSea, but they are going to take them out of the store here at the end of November, I believe. So when they take the Generation 1 tanks out, they're going to introduce Generation 2 tanks. So what is the difference? You're still going to have the rarities, but what's going to happen is a Generation 1 tank comes with things upgraded, right? So if you have the lowest level, which is a common, it's going to be a gray, and it's going to be level 0. You have to start from 0 and upgrade all the way. That's basically what's going to happen to Generation 2 tanks. But Generation 1 tanks also have other rarities, per se, like Uncommon, which goes to level 6. Level 12 is a rare, which is blue. Purple, Epic, it's going to be level 18. And your tanks will start out at those levels, okay? Now, Generation 1 tanks, they're all going to start out at 0. It's going to be harder. You're going to have to upgrade all the way in order to get those upgraded. So whatever you buy for the Generation 2 tanks that come out, that's what it's going to be. Now, there is a little bit of, they call it tank parts here, which they are, but what they're talking about is the bodies and the weapons, right? So that's what we're really talking about is the bodies and the weapons here. Not the parts that you buy to actually upgrade, right? I wish they would have stated like bodies and weapons instead of parts, because most people are considering parts now as what you need to upgrade, not your weapon or body. So that is the difference there. If you're reading this, don't get confused on that. What's going to happen is the Generation 2 tanks will also have different victory point potential from each win than their early counterparts, right? So you're going to be able to earn more with the Generation 1 tanks than you are the Generation 2 tanks, but you're going to be able to upgrade them and achieve the higher VP points per win if you get them all upgraded, right? So that's the big difference there. So if you want to, there is the sale still going on in the store. You guys can take a look. If there's anything you guys want, I don't know, that's up to you. Get it if you want it, but it is going to be changing. So I believe they're going to be taking that all off. I was kind of wondering what they're going to do with that. I don't know if the new tanks that they're coming out, if they're going to sell it in Gala and Silk. I don't know. They haven't really said. So that's just kind of where we're at with that. Also, let's talk about the bad actors a little bit. So some people are going in. This is something that needs to be fixed. I've told everybody it's going to be a rocky road. I get it. Like this is the official beta launch, right? It's not completely ready to go. There's a lot of hiccups. Wallets are not working, things of that nature, right? People can't collect their silk, so that means that the economy isn't properly functioning if these things are not working, is what that tells me. But they're going to move forward and keep releasing new stuff and more things, which I don't know that that's a great idea. Some would say yes, some would say no. We're trying to keep player and user engagement, I believe. But some of these things need to get fixed so that everything's working functionally for everybody. The one thing that people were not aware of is the bridge. They said that that's also coming. Forgot to put that on the list there, but the bridge is important. So it's only a one way right now. And I knew that that's what it was going to be. Like they're trapping all the value into this game. That's their point. They are going to make a bridge on the way out. So they'll make the two-way bridge so you can go back over to Ethereum, but they don't have it all up and running and ready yet. Okay. Nobody can cash out any of their silk right now. So all you can do is upgrade, and that's only if your wallet works. Can you upgrade? And it seems to work fine if you purchase silk from an exchange and take it over and upgrade it, but some people can't even use what they're earning right now. So that's definitely an issue I would like to see addressed and fixed immediately, because it's been like 2-3 weeks now since game launch and it's still not working for a lot of people. But then the bad actors, what they're doing is they're getting in there, and we got to remember, if you're pairing up with a grinding to earn silk and doing the matchmaking, look guys, just remember, you're taking a risk. If you're not going in with a team, you're taking a risk. So don't be too hard on some of these new players that don't have teams and stuff like that. But I know that usually it's looking like the players that if they start losing, they start getting in chat and saying bad things, and they usually pick off, start talking bad to the players that are either the best player on the team or the player that has a lot of NFTs, and they're the problem. But I disagree, because the problem is if you're chatting, you're not playing. And if you're not playing, you're not helping your team. So just remember, if you're one of those chat people out there that wants to sit there and chat and not play, you're not helping the situation. You kind of need to look in the mirror, because that's a big problem. Because then you have one or two people fighting three, and you kind of just screwed it for the whole team. But you're too emotionally involved in chatting and blaming somebody else rather than looking in the mirror. And like I say, remember, it's a risk if you're not going in there with a team. So I don't understand why people are getting so hard on people out there. Like, chill is what I want to say. Definitely chill out. This is a fun game. They are working on things. I believe they're going to fix some things. I hope they do it sooner rather than later. I hope they don't roll too many things out without getting previous problems fixed first. That creates a bad experience. Let's go on to DAU real quick. I have been tracking this, but roughly, if you guys want to know, it's been sitting around 1,600 players every day for about the last week. The high was about 2,500, and the low that I've seen is about 12 within a span of the last 2 weeks. So 1,200 players is the lowest, but we're sitting around 1,600 is pretty much the average of how many players that we have. So this will get it interesting. We'd like to bring more players in. A lot of people are discouraged. They don't understand how some of the payouts are and stuff. We've tried to explain some of that. There's also a lot of documentation. If you get into the Gala Discord and you do have gold, I believe they have a lot more documentations in gold. So you guys can check it all out. They have all the final numbers there. I will get stuff out later as long as it's been published to the public, but I'm not sure some of that stuff, so I'm just gonna not for right now. And you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.